on, you guys? My name is Rayge, and we are back to unpack the best way that we can be utilizing the compensation that is coming to the game, guys. Now, what you see on screen here is just the first part of the compensation. I believe this was relating to the offers or using up the hearts before the game and event went live in terms of losing that energy. So it's just a slight little uptick. But what I want to bring your attention to, guys, is yesterday's news where they have announced that everyone, for the most part, is going to be receiving 300,000 of these hard candies. Now, mind you, this is not going to be adding to the milestone, but this is a very significant amount of hard candies that we can take advantage of, especially given how juicy the store rewards are. So as you can see, folks that didn't spend any at all are going to get 300,000. Folks that spent less than 300k are going to get likely the difference between the two. And then players that did spend more than 300,000 are going to be excluded from the compensation. I think this is one of the fairest ways they've ever done it because it really doesn't close the gap, I guess, in this case with folks that were able to spend. And actually, I would even argue that it's better to be a player that didn't spend any because now, myself included, we're in this opportunity here where we can actually maximize our rewards and choose what we want to be maximizing, especially given how, like I said, the value of these rewards in the store is definitely some of the best we've seen to date. And it doesn't even matter if it doesn't add progress to the milestones. It's a pretty easy event overall, but this store has some really good stuff that we should be taking advantage of, especially if you're free to play and trying to build up your roster for Dark Dimension 6 and forward. I think this is going to be a massive opportunity, guys. So where's it located? Well, you just hit the supply store, right? And if you hit the little heart with the 143, this is the candy shop where you can be utilizing the heart candies here respectively. So I'm just gonna work my way top down, guys, and go through what I recommend because especially eyeballing it and seeing the value, it's gonna be pretty easy to determine. First and foremost, I do want to point out, if you were gonna purchase absolutely everything here, typically it costs about 60 to 65,000 heart candy. So that already goes to show you how much you can actually go through, right? If everything's 60,000, that means you can purchase the full store about 5 times if you were to refresh, or you can wait. And keep in mind as well, they did confirm the date that this is going to be going up until February 23. So we have a bit of a week here to maximize. Hopefully the rewards come out today at some point, and then we can actually start spending and utilizing it. But yeah, we got, not only do we have a generous amount of heart candies coming our way, but we do have the span of a week to take our time in purchasing what we want, and as well utilizing cores if you need to. But yeah, I think this is awesome because we didn't have to, you know, blow the power cores and so forth, especially knowing that Black Knight is coming later today. We have some more events coming up with power core spending as well, so we definitely want to be maximizing our resources as much as possible before these big event updates coming into the game. So first and foremost, this top row, guys, Lizard, Forge, Dark Diamond credits. These are all recommendations that I would stress on, especially if you don't have Superior 6 and Extreme X-Men unlocked or even pushed up to higher levels. This is definitely something I'm going to be looking into, right? So for example, especially if you're close, like for myself here, Lizard being close to 5 stars, this is going to be a good purchase. Forge, it depends on how far you are away, but I think getting them to 4 or 5 stars is going to be a great opportunity. The value is definitely there. And then Dark Diamond credit, to be honest, we get so much from Cosmic Crucible that I don't know if this is worth it yet. As you can see, I have north of 9,000 being saved up right now. Thankfully, there isn't a limit, I don't believe, on storing this. So I don't know if I would recommend Dark Diamond credits, but I for sure think the other diamond fragments that you can get for promotion wise is recommended. So not the dark one, but the regular normal version, if that's available as well to be purchased. So that's how I would attack it. Gold promotion credits, I do not recommend because the red star economy is dying. We don't necessarily need any of these elite credits as well as gold promotion. You're going to be getting naturally over time, farming the incursion rates anyways. Now, what is arguably probably the best value I've seen in the store so far, especially if you guys have not finished Dark Dimension 6 and building characters up to gear tier 17, 18, are the mini uniques tied back. So you can see here, the Liquid Hydrazine, Hyperphage, you're getting 10 and 5 pieces respectively for that 3,500. This is like some of the best value we've seen. Each of these pieces typically cost 150k if you're going through the supply store. I've already done it here, but you can see I go through and use my gold almost every day to buy this, right? So just from the candies alone, like for this 10 piece here, that's this right here. This 10 piece is equivalent to 1 million, 1.5 million in gold. That's absolutely huge. So each time you're buying a stack of this, you're essentially saving your account, you know, 1 to 1.5 million in gold when you're purchasing, right? So these are huge. Make sure you guys take advantage of this. I probably will be almost buying it every single time I see this, but yeah, I just wanted to break that down for you guys. This is absolutely huge for your gold savings. I do not recommend any of these other, secondary kind of origin traits, because you'll be getting them naturally over time. I don't recommend using them in the catalyst as well, because honestly speaking, you're going to be getting it from naturally farming the game and the events and milestones. One big one to consider, however, is the uniques, right? So for example, Black Knight's unique is augmented arcane magic. So 8 pieces here for 3,200. This is another top-notch value item because of the fact that 8 pieces of this, I believe this one's very similar too, right? Each piece is about 75 to 80k. So that right there is over $1 million in gold right there, just from purchasing as well. So every single one of these add up over time, and especially if you see alien spores here to bring up hive mind, augmented arcane magic for Black Knight, obviously. But yeah, it's big, guys. For sure, osmium, if it comes into the store, it's going to be really, really big. But ignore the catalysts; they're not great. I would ignore the origin traits, orange gear. All this is nice to bolster your account, especially if you're newer. But to be honest, these are just such hard constraints and bottlenecks in the game that I definitely would emphasize this, because of the fact that it's just harder to get in the game. You're going to be naturally getting a lot of this orange gear from just playing raids and so forth. And then finally, where it gets interesting is we do have this last row here where they do provide L4 training modules and T3 ability materials, and the T4s as well as come into play here. So I think T4s is decent, to be honest, but it doesn't give you much, right? I think last time it came into the store, it was only like 5 pieces or whatever for the 25 or 3,500. I should have taken a screenshot of it, but it was kind of expensive. But at the same time, if you guys need T4s in your game, at the end of the day, like, this is what you can definitely take advantage of. It was like 10 T4s or something for 3,000 or 4,000, which is not the worst value, but also not great. The L4 training modules though, 50 for 5,000. This is actually really good, because this is not farmable in the game, and you can really only go through the training mats day by day, and going through obviously the campaigns and so forth, and they only give you L3s anyways, right? Even if you want L3s too, you can see 20 of these L3s cost 500 arena credits here. So I mean, honestly speaking, if you guys need trading mats, this is a good time to take advantage of it for sure as well. So yeah, lots and lots of opportunities, guys. So just to recap, Superior 6, Extreme X-Men, I think are really good, especially if you can see them very close to ranking up or getting the unlock for sure. Not the Dark Diamond credit, but the actual Diamond promotions. If that's available, take advantage of. Ignore the Gold promotion elites, but for sure the mini uniques and the teal is really good, especially the Hyperphage, Hydrazine. The uniques, like I said, if you see osmium, absolutely take advantage of that. Ignore everything else. Ignore all the orange gear, because like I said, you're going to be getting it from other avenues of the game. And then lastly, the L4 training modules and T4s, not the T3s. They're both worth looking at if you need them in your account, especially if you want to build up characters in your roster. So hopefully this helps you guys out, but my game plan is going to be kind of spreading it across the board. And again, we have 300,000 coming our way, so there's going to be definitely a huge opportunity to really maximize what we want to. Character shards, upgrades, training materials, as well as uniques and mini uniques. Really big, guys. So hopefully, obviously this error and bug was unintended, but I'm really happy with how they did the compensation here, because it's very fair and equitable. And this is a huge opportunity, guys. Make sure you take advantage. Let me know what you think in the comments below, what your guys' game plan is. Thank you for your time as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.